vitamins in our diet and what are the different diseases that we get if any vitamin is lagging in our diet. So, our next topic is vitamin deficiency diseases. You know what are vitamins? Vitamins are nothing but one of the nutrients in our diet. So, these vitamins are called as a micronutrients. What we can say? Micronutrients. Why we call them as micronutrients? Micro means in a small quantity we require these. So, that's why we call it as a micronutrients. And these vitamins are called as organic substances. They are called as organic substances. As these are required in a minute quantities in our diet, they are called as micronutrients. And these are made with organic substances, and generally these vitamins are not producing in our body. We cannot produce the vitamins in our body. So, we get these vitamins through our diet and also certain bacteria which are present in our intestine. That means we can say we get vitamins in two ways. What are the two ways to get the vitamins into our body? One is through diet. And another one is through bacteria present in the intestine. In our intestine, certain symbiotic bacteria are present. That bacteria helps to synthesize one of the vitamin which is very essential for our body. So, generally we do not get any type of vitamin diseases frequently. So, rarely we get, but mostly we do not get any type of diseases due to the lack of vitamins. Now, let us see what are the different vitamins which are taken by our food and which is producing by the bacteria present in our intestine. So, here all the vitamins based on the solubility, the vitamins are categorized into two groups. So, some vitamins they dissolve in water, they are soluble in water. Such vitamins are called water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins. And some vitamins they dissolve in fat, they are soluble in fat. That's why they are called as fat soluble vitamins. So, based on the solubility, vitamins are water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Now, let us see the examples for these water soluble and fat soluble vitamins. So, if you see water soluble vitamins, B complex and C vitamins are the water soluble vitamins. And coming to fat soluble vitamins, A vitamin, D vitamin, E vitamin and K vitamins are the fat soluble vitamins. Now, let us see the names of these, the chemical names of these B complex and C and A, D, E, K vitamins, their chemical names. If this vitamin is deficient, what diseases we get and what are the symptoms for that disease and from which food sources or from which sources we get these vitamins. Now, let us see some of the diseases which occur due to the deficiency of vitamins. As we already studied, vitamins are of two types based on the solubility. Now, let us see the water soluble vitamins B complex and C. So, why we called the B as a B complex? Why? Because in B category we can see different group of vitamins. So, all those comes under B complex. Then now let us see the different vitamins and their deficiency diseases and the symptoms for that disease and from which food source we get these diseases. First of all, if you go through the water soluble vitamins, first we go through B complex vitamins. So, in B complex vitamin we call B1. B1 chemical name is thiamine, and its deficiency disease is beriberi disease. Later we will discuss about the symptoms and from which food source we get this B1 vitamin. Okay. Now let us go through B2 vitamin. The chemical name of this B2 vitamin is riboflavin. What it is? Riboflavin. Its deficiency disease is glossitis. And the next vitamin is B3. Its chemical name is niacin and its deficiency disease is pellagra. Another B complex vitamin, that is B5. B5. Chemical name is pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid, and its deficiency leads to burning feet. Burning feet. And next B6. B6 vitamin. Its chemical name is pyridoxine. What it is? Pyridoxine. And its deficiency disease is anemia. Lack of sufficient blood in the body. Anemia. And then B9. Its chemical name is folic acid. Folic acid. Its deficiency disease is also anemia. And next B12. B12. Its chemical name is cyanocobalamin. Its deficiency disease is pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia, that means severe anemia. And another B complex vitamin is B7. Its chemical name is biotin. Its chemical name is biotin, and the deficiency disease is nervous disorder. Nervous disorders. So these are the different B complex vitamins and their chemical names and their deficiency diseases. And now let us go through the another water soluble vitamin, that is C vitamin. So its chemical name is ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid, and the deficiency of C vitamin leads to scurvy disease. What it is? Scurvy disease. And later we will discuss about the deficiency diseases and their symptoms and from which food sources we get these vitamins. These are the water soluble vitamins. Now let us go through the names of fat soluble vitamins and their deficiency diseases. Now the fat soluble vitamins, A vitamin, D, E and K vitamins are the fat soluble vitamins. They dissolve in fat or they are soluble in fats. Now let us see each its chemical name and what are the deficiency disease of these vitamins. First of all, if you see A vitamin, its chemical name is retinol. Its chemical name is retinol. So it is the main vitamin which is responsible for the health of our retina, and its deficiency leads to eye problems and skin diseases. Eye and skin diseases. And coming to D vitamin. Vitamin D, its chemical name is calciferol. So it is related to the calcium and for the health of the bones. So this is called calciferol, and this deficiency leads to rickets. Rickets disease. Later we will see the symptoms. And then E vitamin. Chemical name is tocopherol. Tocopherol. Its deficiency diseases are fertility disorders. fertility disorders. And then K vitamin. K vitamin chemical name is phylloquinone. What it is? Phylloquinone, and its deficiency disease is blood clotting disorder. Blood clotting disorder. So these are the different fat soluble vitamins and their chemical names and their deficiency diseases. And now let us go through a tabular form that is related to the vitamins and their deficiency diseases, symptoms, and what are the food sources which are essential for the obtaining of these vitamins. Now let us see the picture, the tabular form of vitamins, and we will go through the symptoms of deficiency of vitamins and food sources for the vitamins. First of all, let us go through the water soluble vitamins. First one, B complex. If you observe the B complex vitamins, first one, thiamine. Thiamine is the chemical name for B1 and its deficiency disease is beriberi, and the symptoms of the beriberi disease are vomitings, fits, loss of appetite. Appetite means hunger. Loss of appetite means lack of hungriness, and difficulty in breathing, and paralysis. Paralysis means not having any sensation and movement in the body parts due to nerves effect. So these are the different symptoms of beriberi disease. And coming to the food sources from which we get this vitamin are cereals, oil seeds like groundnuts, sunflower seeds, and vegetables, milk, meat, fish, and eggs are the different sources to get the B1 or thiamine vitamin. And next B complex vitamin is B2. It is also called, or its chemical name is riboflavin, and its deficiency disease is glossitis. What is its deficiency disease, ma? Glossitis. And in this glossitis disease, the symptoms, if you observe, mouth cracks at the corners. So at the corners of the mouth we get cracks and leads to bleeding and pain in the cracks, and red and sore tongue. Tongue becomes red and sore, and photophobia. Photo means light, phobia means avoiding looking at the light. So the person who is having this problem cannot see the light directly, and scaly skin. Skin will be peeled off as scales. So these are the symptoms for deficiency of riboflavin. And to get riboflavin, the food sources like milk, eggs, liver, kidney of goat, green leafy vegetables. And coming to the next B complex vitamin, niacin. Niacin, it is a B3 vitamin, and its deficiency disease is pellagra. So in this pellagra disease, the symptoms are dermatitis. Derma means skin problems we can observe. Diarrhea, loss of water from the body, and loss of memory loss we can see. And dermatitis means skin problem, that's why skin will be peeled off as scales. So this is about niacin. Then coming to B6 vitamin, that is called pyridoxine. What it is? The chemical name of B6 is pyridoxine. Its deficiency disease is anemia. Anemia means lack of sufficient amount of blood in the body. So the symptoms of this anemia are hyperirritability. So we will irritate very soon. So hyperirritability, nausea. Nausea means vomiting sensation. We get vomiting sensation, and fits. Due to certain problems in our brain and nervous system, we get these fits. So these are the symptoms for the anemia due to lack of pyridoxine. Now, the resources from where we get this vitamin are cereals, oil seeds, vegetables, milk, meat, fish, eggs and liver. Like this, we can get this pyridoxine from different food sources. And coming to the next B complex vitamin, that is B12. Its chemical name is cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. And here the deficiency disease is pernicious anemia. That means a severe anemia. And the symptoms of this cyanocobalamin deficiency are lean and weak. The person who is having this kind of problem has a lean and weak body and less appetite. So, hungerness is very less in these people, so that they can't eat much amount of food material, so that they become lean and weak. And the main source of this vitamin is, this is not present in any of the diet. This is only synthesized by certain type of bacteria present in the intestine. Understand? And next B9 vitamin. Next B9, its chemical name is folic acid. Its chemical name is folic acid. Its deficiency disease is anemia. Here also anemia problem. And here the symptoms of this kind of deficiency disease are diarrhea. I already said loss of water content from the body. Loss of leukocytes. You know, blood consists of three types of cells called erythrocytes, leukocytes and thrombocytes. So here white blood cells are very important to defend our body from the diseases. So here loss of leukocytes, these leukocytes will be reduced so that our body may get so many infections. And intestinal mucus problems. And intestinal mucus problems. If you see mouth to anus, the digestive tract consists of a membrane called mucous membrane. That mucus problems may arise in the intestine due to the lack of sufficient folic acid in our body. And next B complex vitamin is B5. B5 vitamin, chemical name is pantothenic acid. Its chemical name is pantothenic acid and its deficiency disease is burning feet. Burning feet. While we are walking, our feet gives burning sensation, and here the symptoms of this disease is walking problems. If our feet are in burning condition, we cannot walk properly. That's why we get walking problems and sprain. And next, to get this pantothenic acid, the different food sources are sweet potatoes, groundnuts, vegetables, liver, kidney, eggs. Next B complex vitamin is B7. Its chemical name is biotin. Its chemical name is biotin and its deficiency disease is nervous disorder, nerve problems. So the symptoms of this nervous disorders are fatigue, mental depressions, muscle pains. We get this biotin from the food sources like pulses, nuts, vegetables, liver, milk, kidneys. That means mainly meat. Okay. So, with this we completed the B complex vitamins, which are water soluble vitamins. Next water soluble vitamin is vitamin C. Its chemical name is ascorbic acid, and if this vitamin is deficient in our diet, we get a disease called as a scurvy disease. And if you see the symptoms of this scurvy disease, we have the delay in healing of the wound. The person, those who are having this scurvy disease, the wounds will not be healed quickly and fractures of bones. So, easily bones will be fractured. So, these are the symptoms of the scurvy disease. The sources from where we get this ascorbic acid are green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, sprouts, etc. Citrus fruits are nothing but the fruits which are in sour taste, like amla, tamarind, lemon, oranges. So these are the citrus fruits. Even guava also having more amount of vitamin C. So such type of fruits will provide more C vitamin for us. Now let us go through the fat soluble vitamins. The first one is vitamin A. Its chemical name is retinol. So this retinol deficiency leads to eye and skin diseases. And if you see the symptoms of this eye and skin diseases, night blindness, xerophthalmia, cornea failure, scaly skin. These are the symptoms for this eye and skin diseases related to the retinol deficiency. And to get this retinol or vitamin A, the food sources are leafy vegetables, carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, mango, meat, fish, eggs, liver, milk, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, and some of the other food material. Mostly we can see carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, all are of orange or reddish colored fruits. So from these type of orange colored vegetables and fruits, we get this retinol. The next fat soluble vitamin, that is D vitamin. So its chemical name is calciferol. In the name itself we can find one of the mineral called calcium. So here, if this calciferol is deficient in our body, it leads to a problem called as a Rickets problem. So the disease called as Rickets. If you see the symptoms of this Rickets, improper bone formation due to lack of sufficient calcium in our body, it leads to improper bone formation, knock knees, bow legs, means the bones will not be in a normal condition, bend like a bow shape or a knock knees shape, like that. And delay in dentition, even our teeth formation also require much amount of calcium. So that if it is deficient in our body, if calciferol is deficient in our body, it leads to delay in dentition and weak bones. We get this calciferol from different food sources like liver, egg, butter, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, and also we get this vitamin from morning sun rays. So here, that's why it is called as a morning sun rays vitamin. That means that the vitamin is not present in the sun rays. So here our body prepares this vitamin by taking the different rays of light from the sun. Early sunrise timing and evening sunset timing, we need to sit in the sunlight. So with that sunlight, the fat which is present under the skin will synthesize this vitamin. Understand? And next, vitamin E vitamin. So its chemical name is tocopherol and its deficiency disorders are fertility disorders. That means the person who is having this problem of lacking this tocopherol are not able to reproduce, means are not able to produce the sperms and eggs in a proper manner. That leads to sterility in males and abortions in females and to avoid the fertility disorders in human beings. And next, last vitamin, fat soluble vitamin, that is K vitamin, and here its chemical name is phylloquinone and its deficiency disease is blood clotting disease. Here the person who is having the deficiency of this phylloquinone will not, if any wound occurs on the body, the bleeding will continues. Generally, once if any wound happen on the body, within 3 to 6 minutes of time blood will clot and prevents the loss of blood from the body. But here in the deficiency of this vitamin K, it leads to delay in blood clotting. It leads to delay in blood clotting and leads to overbleeding. Though we get a very small wound on the body or very small cut on the body, it leads to continuous bleeding and leads to sometimes death of the person also due to excessive loss of blood. So, to get this phylloquinone vitamin, the different food sources are green leafy vegetables and milk. Like this, we need to eat different kinds of food materials, whether they are obtaining from the plants or they are obtaining from animals. We need to take the food by having awareness about nutritional habits. Then only we can maintain proper health. If our digestive system is healthy, then only we can get proper amount of energy. Understand? With this we completed this topic. Now let us evaluate today's content. What are vitamins? Based on the solubility, how many groups of vitamins are there? Give examples for water soluble vitamins. Give examples for fat soluble vitamins. What are the chemical names of B complex vitamins? What disease we may get if vitamin C is deficient? Name the vitamin synthesized by bacteria present in the intestine. What are the symptoms of vitamin A deficiency? What are food sources from which we get calciferol? Thank you.